Hi guys, this book's called Bear's Hiccups by Marion Dane Bauer. It was the hottest day of the entire summer in the forest. Every leaf on every tree hung limp. Flowers wilted. Bees bumbled home for a nap. The pond lay flat and still, like a scarf dropped in the grass. Otter was so hot he quit playing. Frog was so hot he quit croaking. Turtle was so hot she climbed off her sunny rock. She swam to the bottom of the pond and buried herself in the dark, cool mud. But no one in all the forest was hotter than Bear. Her big black nose was hot. Her long pink tongue was hot. Her stubby tail was hot. And everything in between was hot as well. Because she was hot, Bear was also cross. Because she was cross, she was looking for trouble. What she found was the pond, as flat and still as the fallen scarf. She poked her big black nose into the water. The water was cool. She dipped her long pink tongue into the water. The water was wet. Then she dropped her stubby tail into the water, and everything in between her big black nose and her stubby tail dropped in too. Splash! Minnows quivered away. Big fish gasps. Even Turtle stirred in the dark, cool mud, and Frog fell off his lily pad. "This is a very small pond," Bear said, "and I'm a very large bear. So the rest of you can go away. This pond is mine, all mine." That's kind of rude. Frog climbed onto his lily pad. "What did you say?" he asked. What? Squirrel chattered. "Mine," Bear said again, loudly. Now everyone in the forest used that pond. Everyone in the forest needed that pond. Everyone in the forest loved that pond. But no one used and needed and loved it more than Frog. Besides, he rather liked the sound of the word mine, but not when Bear said it. So he bugged his eyes, he puffed his chest, and he sang the song he sang every morning and evening of the world. "This is my pond, my pond, my pond, mine." Then he added for good measure, "Go away, Bear." Turtle disappeared inside her shell. The minnows held their breaths. Even the lily pad trembled, but Frog sat firm. Bear glared at Frog. She growled loudly. "Urgh! This pond is mine," she said, "and everything in it is mine too." She came right up close to Frog. The water, she came closer. That lily pad, she came closer still. And you! Bear poked her nose into Frog's wide green face. "Be careful, Frog," the minnows called. "Watch, watch, watch out," Squirrel cried. "Take care," Turtle pleaded. "You're a very small frog, and that's a very large bear." But Frog did not like being told what to do, not by a hot, cross bear, not by his friends either. So he bugged his eyes, he puffed his chest, and he sang his song again. And he sang it right in Bear's face. "This is my pond," he croaked. "My pond, my pond, my pond. Mine, mine." Bear roared back. She opened her mouth so wide that even the pond shuddered. When she closed it again, her teeth clacked together loudly. No one breathed, no one moved, no one spoke, until Turtle peeked out of her shell, swam to the surface of the pond, and asked a quiet question. Where did Frog go? Bear's only reply was, "Ew!" Where's Frog? Turtle asked again. Yes, where's our friend Frog? The minnows chorused. "Ew!" Bear said once more. Squirrel scolded from a nearby tree. Stop, 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 Bear. You stop those hiccups now. Tell us what you've done with Frog. Ew, 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 Bear said. A big fish swam to the surface of the pond. I will cure your hiccups, she said, but then you must tell us where Frog is. Bear growled and hiccuped at the same time. She cannot answer, Bird declared. Just hold your breath, Fish ordered. Hold your breath until you turn blue. Bear glared at Fish, but she held her breath until her eyes turned red. She held her breath until her tongue turned purple. She held her breath until her claws turned blue. Then she let it all out with a loud, "Ew!" Deer stepped out of the forest. When I have hiccups, she said softly, I drink water, lots and lots of water. She touched her velvet lips to the pond to show Bear the way. Bear glared at Deer. Still Bear lapped water with her tongue. She sucked water between her teeth. She blew bubbles of water out of her nose. But when she lifted her head, she could only say, "Ew!" again. Otter swam close to Bear. I know a cure, he offered, and it's fun too. Hiccup! Bear roared. She glared at Otter. Just stand on your head, Otter said. Stand on your head as long as you can. Stand on your head until your hiccups stop. Then he dived beneath the water and hurried away. Bear glared at the place where Otter had been. Then she stomped to a tree. She put her head on the ground. She put her tail in the air, and everything in between hung in onto the tree. Everyone watched. Everyone waited. And while they were waiting, Bear said, "Ka-pick!" in an upside down ka-ick, ka. Now old turtles are known to be patient creatures, but this turtle was young and she was not patient yet. She climbed out of the pond, she marched to the tree, she thrust her face in Bear's upside down face, and she asked again in her loudest voice, "Where is Frog?" When she got no answer, not even a hiccup, she opened her toothless mouth and bit Bear's nose hard. Everyone in the pond was surprised. Everyone in the forest was surprised, though no one in either pond or forest was more surprised than Bear. But when she tried to roar, what came out instead was, "Achoo! Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!" And on the very last sneeze, something popped out of her mouth. There sat Frog. Otter giggled. Deer smiled and stepped silently back into the forest. The big fish chuckled. Even Squirrel tittered. behind her bushy tail. And the birds in the trees filled the forest with bright laughter. Turtle and Frog both grinned. Bear glared at Turtle. She glared at Frog. She glared at everyone and at no one at all. She even glared at the pond. Then, grumbling to herself, she climbed the tree, walked out onto the stoutest branch, and lay down. "This is a very small breeze," she said, "and I'm a very large bear. So the rest of you can go away. This breeze is mine, all mine." No one said anything at all, except of course for Frog. He climbed onto his lily pad, he bugged his eyes, he puffed his chest, and he sang the song he sang every morning and evening of the world. Only perhaps he sang it a bit more quietly this time. "This is my pond, my pond, my pond, mine." And since it was the hottest day of the entire summer in the forest, Turtle swam to the bottom of their pond and buried herself again in the dark, cool mud. The end. Love you.